Sie ist endlich da. Thomas Gottschalk hat sie noch ein bisschen auf die Couch gezogen, aber jetzt endlich. Anastacia, welcome in the studio. So it took a little bit longer than planned because you've been on the couch already.
Yeah, I've been sitting on the couch for a little while. I actually got drugged there by Hugh Jackman, which actually I guess is the popular thing for the night. You know, I met him many years ago on a movie called Swordfish. My ex-boyfriend was in a movie doing it with him, and he had said to Hugh, "Oh, my girlfriend just got a record deal. She knows how to sing really good." And he's like, "Oh, let me hear her." And I was like, "Really, right now?" And so I sang a cappella to him, and he like brought in his wife, and then I met his wife, and we were just talking for hours and hours and hours, and then I had seen him a time before, but I think he just gets such a kick out of the fact that, you know, he met me and then all of a sudden I'm me now.
Yeah, it's weird for him, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
What about Nicole Kidman? You sat next to her. Is she nice?
Oh, she's absolutely super charming and adorable and a lady, and she's just like, she's flawless, you know, her skin is like, you know, porcelain. It's beautiful. She's lovely.
Actually, you look great as well. You've got a new look. How do you feel?
I feel really, really wonderful. I'm happy to kind of have a new look. It was just I think it was time for me to do that, you know, maybe in my own spirit. I never really exercised the rights of taking off my glasses ever. And the minute I took off my glasses, I think I did feel like a different person. So there goes the scissors and, you know, then the makeup's a little different. And then people just really start to see my eyes and realize I have two of them, you know, which is great, you know.
That isn't really strange that all the people are talking about your style. Isn't it normal that a woman wants to change from time to time?
Well, not me. I was really comfortable being completely styleless, I guess is the way that I would call it, you know, but I just really didn't get in touch with that feminine side. And I think maybe it's because I wore glasses since I was 7 and always kind of felt a little nerdy or tomboyish. And I never really got into, you know, bringing the femininity out or the softer side, and that side was quite interestingly just pouring out of me once the glasses came off and I could see my whole face, and I introduced myself differently into things. And I did the clothing line with S. Oliver as well, and that taught me a lot about clothes and a woman's body, and you start to just learn different things about yourself. I never really was into fashion when I was young. So I learned it so much later that, you know, I'm a late bloomer, but there's hope for everybody out there that it's a late bloomer. At 40, you can still, like, you know, I'm reading Teen Beat right now. Okay, so it's like loser, you know.
But there's a lot more stuff. You have a new record company, a new management.
Yes.
You're married now, and you've
now.
got a new album, Heavy Rotation. So I guess the most important fact among all that is your marriage with Wayne, isn't it?
You know, I think that all of it is in itself its own different level of importance. You know, I'm very proud to have a second chance at a record company, you know, and be able to work with the same person that signed me to my first record company, David Massey. So it's really an honor for me to go out there and reintroduce myself as an artist and have new product and listen to the new product and hear the growth in myself as an artist, as a person. And, you know, obviously marriage for me has been very, you know, life-changing, and it's you learn a lot about yourself every day, and you learn a lot about your partner, and, you know, it's about being together, and the word forever means so much more, you know, than, you know, oh, I have a boyfriend, and if I'm mad at him, maybe you can break up with him for a day, and then, you know, can't really do that. Yeah, it's a commitment. It's a total different world, and so there is a different headspace that your mind goes in, I guess.
And I remember Kid Rock the last time said something really bad. He said, "You can't imagine how women change after you marry her." So, are you sitting around in jogging pants at home now, or?
Well, no. I think that it just depends on the person. You know, I think that you start to learn who the person is more that you're married to them. So I look forward to the years that come so that I can look back at different things that, because every marriage that I have ever talked to that has been, for many years has learned so much, and they have peaks and valleys and high times and low times. And that's what marriage is all about, is about growing with somebody and learning with somebody. It's not about this like movie that you see on the screen that, one bad moment leads to everything blissful. It's much harder. You have the finances and the kids and the stress, and you're tired, and the real truth of all of it is different than, a picture,
The album Heavy Rotation sounds very strong, very powerful. So, and you recorded it in a very short time, wasn't it? So you've been pretty sure how it should sound like, weren't you?
Yeah, I think that I was ready to write music, very, very ready to write, but the record company hadn't signed me quite yet, so I had to wait. So by the time I got a chance where the record company was ready, and it was April, and I'm like, I'm ready to write, I didn't know really what was going to come out. But of course, after about 5 songs, I said, I think I'm kind of happy. Because I was like, actually, I'm kind of writing happy songs. It was really lovely to realize the difference between the last album and this album. There's such a real difference. And, I don't want to apologize for any fans that go, oh, I like your old sound better, because really the old sound was attached to a very personal and health crisis that I was going through. So I didn't really feel like going into the new album that I felt like I needed to do the rock music. I needed that protection. I needed that force, because in a way, cancer brought that creativity out in me to do that kind of music. And now I'm married and with a new label, and I feel very optimistic and positive and happy to be healthy. And so these are the kind of songs that are coming out of me, and I don't want to disappoint my fans. I really, really love this album, and the good thing is that in concert I can do all the rock songs you want.
At the show, seeing you in the show, you seem to be very happy to be back on stage again.
Yeah, it's really lovely. It's lovely to take part in coming to a country that I really, really enjoy, and I have my heart is always going to be here for many different reasons. And I grew to love Berlin, and then have my own affinity and attachment to Berlin. So and other parts of Germany, but I definitely understand Germany in a way that I don't think I ever would have, any other way. And my fans have helped me also understand that.
One of my favorites on the album is Absolutely Positively, and actually it's a song about an upcoming end of a relationship. The moment you don't know, is it the same, or I'm not in love anymore, but it doesn't sound sad at all. No. So is it because you're that an optimistic person?
I think that, definitely the place that my heart was in, I needed a lot of my songs to feel like they had an optimistic and half glass full philosophy, but in the truth of it, a lot of us feel that way in love or in work. We always are like, oh God, I don't know, and the decisions are hard to make. So I think that the beauty of that song is that it's just the truth of how a lot of us feel about many different things in our lives. But it's not so bad to feel that way, really, is it? So technically it's kind of like a little cheeky at the same time. It's a little bit of play on words, but, there's hope that there's love, but maybe I'm not sure, So it's doesn't have to mean that I'm writing it about love, and the good thing is that when Neo was writing it, he knew that my versions of things that I believed in were very positive. So he had a really beautiful way of putting a twist on something that he knew was completely out there, and then create it so that, it can make people smile.
Are you going on tour with Heavy Rotation soon? Can we see you on stage?
Definitely. I'm going to do the tour around May, June, and we're planning it now, so probably tickets will go on sale after Christmas. Let everybody, party, bring in the new year, and then, after that, around January. Yeah, then Anastasia's gonna load her tour, fully loaded, and I'm planning really fun things,
But First of all, Christmas time. Are you a Christmas person? Are you into Christmas? Do you like our Nikolaus?
I love it all. I think that Christmas is lovely. I think that this year, though, I'm usually, like, my nickname is Anna Claus. You know, that's what most of my friends have nicknamed me because I give so many presents and I'm really, like, into Christmas and very affected by it and I just love all of that. But this year, because of what's going on financially, I don't want people to feel pressured to buy gifts. I don't want them to feel intimidated by the gifts that I may give or whatever. So I'm just sort of, standing back and just asking, everyone to pray for peace, pray for harmony, pray for strength, do a lot of different things with the power of their spirits and, help the ozone layer, take a light bulb out, put a save the light bulb in. Anything that you can do like that would be the best gift to me. I don't need anything materialistic at all. I just need to know that you are trying to help our world be a better world. That's like, Santa Claus gone wild.
So what's Anna Claus' favorite Christmas song?
Anna Claus doesn't really have a favorite Christmas song because I don't think Anna Claus will ever write a Christmas album because I love listening to them, but I don't really foresee myself going, it's about that time to write the Christmas album. Like, as much as I love it, I love to put the, Bing Crosby's and the Frank Sinatra versions and the, all of that, listening to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all of these, I just love listening to Jingle Bells and this and that. And
wait 1 second.
How about a song to get you into
Okay, that's your present for me.
spirit?
In a one-horse open sleigh, all the fields we go, laughing all the way.
you know this part?
Yeah, no, not this part. I know the refrain.
You know that?
Chorus.
It's to lie and sing on a sleighing ride tonight. Oh,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open.
And he sounds a little Irish, doesn't he?
Maybe drunken, just drunken. The drunken Santa Claus.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey.
It's finished now.
Well, I think that most Santa Clauses usually have the red nose. They're probably Irish. Yeah.
It was a big pleasure meeting you again. Hope to not wait 2 years again to see you back.
I know. I did have to take a little bit of time off, and for me, it did help. I needed to sort of find myself, find a little bit of peace inside after all the cancer, after all the work. I think it was really lovely to take the time off, and now I feel really happy to be back at work. I don't feel overwhelmed, really. So, good to be back in Germany. Really, I have to say it's just a lovely feeling.
Das streichen wir und setzen ein Rufezeichen dran. Vielen Dank. Thank you so much.
Thank you.